In the last 2 months, I've signed 6 new web design clients totaling over $116,000 in revenue. Now in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did this and how you can do it too. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is Peyton Smith and I'm really excited about today's video. Before we jump into the content and before I show you how to land new clients, I want to know exactly how many clients you have landed in the last 12 months. So down in the comments, drop your number. Again, how many clients have you personally landed in the last 12 months of your business? This is going to give you a really good idea of where you're at and what we can do in future content to help you reach that next level. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is your mental state as a web designer and as a business owner. This is one of the biggest concerns that I have for other web designers in the space is they all have this mentality of scarcity. And this makes it really, really difficult when we're sitting there thinking, nobody wants to hire me, there's not really a whole lot of potential clients out there, there's a ton of competition, it's really hard. And what you need to realize is there is literally endless prospects out there to hire you for web design and development services, okay? So you need to change your mentality from scarcity to abundance and acknowledge that there's a lot of people out there. All you have to do is attract them. Now, if you do a good job of attracting them, they will find you. And I think that's really important for you to understand is that in my business, where we're doing several hundreds of thousands of dollars per year in web design services alone, that we don't do any outbound marketing. All of the new clients that we're landing are either through word of mouth or my website and the SEO campaigns that we're running to show up on Google, or our content marketing, which is primarily here on YouTube. So these videos that you're watching right now. And so you need to acknowledge that if you can do the right things to stand out and to attract people to you, they're going to find you. They're going to come. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on Google ads or Facebook ads. Just do the right things and people will find you and you'll be able to have a profitable and successful business. So as I've looked back over these past 6 website clients that I've found, I've been kind of reflecting on what it took for me to get to a point where I could consistently land big web design clients like this. And so what I've done is I've made a list of these things that I'm going to walk you through, and I would bet that there's at least one of these things, if not more, that you're not doing right now that's causing you to fail at landing new clients. And so my hope is that as we go through these things, you're going to get a really good idea of exactly what you need to be doing day in and day out in order to attract these new clients, close them, get paid by them, and then deliver great work as you grow and scale your business. So without further ado, let's dive into this list. So the first thing is going to sound obvious, but there's a really critical piece to this that most web designers miss, and frankly, most business owners miss. And this is attracting people and getting people to find you, right? Just getting found. Now, when it comes to getting found, that really is just the start of it, right? I could spend $1 million tomorrow on Google Ads and I could get found by a lot of people. But the second piece of this that people forget is once people find you, you have to do something to get them to trust you. And this is something that I've seen is really made a huge difference for my business, is how I'm engaging with people the first time and what it is that they're finding out about me in that first interaction. So for example, let's say that I am writing just general blog posts about websites for businesses, right? I'm telling people all the things that a business website needs and I get people to this blog article, but this generic article doesn't tell anybody anything about me or why they should hire me or why they should trust me. So it virtually establishes zero trust, right? And so what I found is video content has been a huge game changer because all of a sudden people trust me. So let's say that somebody comes across a YouTube video or an Instagram reel or whatever it is, they find a video of me and they walk away from that video saying, yes, I received value and I was taught something that's going to help my business, but also I got to hear Peyton's voice and see Peyton's face and I kind of start to get a good feel for his personality. And you would be shocked at how many people reach out to me after I post a mediocre video that I feel like I didn't put a whole lot of thought into, but somebody reaches out to me and they say, hey, I love your style. I love the way that you do things. I would love to hop on a call and maybe explore an opportunity to work together on this project that I have. And so you have to think about the way that you're initiating contact, how you're getting people to find you, and then ask yourself the question, am I building any trust with this person? Just simply getting website traffic is not going to be enough to build enough trust to get them to pull out their credit card and pay you for your services. Now, the second thing is proving your value. And this is a really difficult one. I've done videos on this because people are constantly asking me, well, Peyton, if I don't have a portfolio, and people are always asking me for my portfolio or previous work that I've done, how am I going to land clients when I have nothing to show? Now, this is a really great question, and I don't want to skirt over this and just tell you that you don't need a portfolio to land clients because, frankly, it's going to help you a lot. Having a really solid portfolio is going to help people find you. It's going to, again, build that trust, and it's going to, it's going to do a number of things. First off, one of the biggest things that I love about having a portfolio and kind of building up my expertise is when people do hire me, they don't micromanage me because they know I'm an expert. And I think that's really critical for us as web designers. If we can't build a lot of confidence and trust up front with a portfolio and showing them that we've done this for other businesses and we've generated results for other businesses, they're going to doubt you, and in turn, they're probably going to micromanage your project. So that's a really big thing that comes with a solid portfolio. The next thing that's going to come as you build your expertise and your experience in your portfolio is you're going to have just this crazy surge of confidence. And confidence is so key in this business. And quite frankly, if you go into a sales call or a meeting and you don't act confident about yourself and about your services, people are either going to not hire you, or again, they're going to hire you for a lower rate than you probably deserve, and then they're going to micromanage you and boss you around and tell you what to do. And so you have to build up that confidence over time by getting experience, but also kind of reassuring yourself that you are the expert and you do deserve to get paid a lot of money because you are solving really big problems, you're generating revenue for your clients, and if you can go in with that mentality, that confidence is going to help a lot. As I reflected on this, it's kind of funny because early on when I started freelancing, it was like every single prospect would ask me for my portfolio, or they would say, we need to see at least 10 different websites you've built and 3 references. And that drove me nuts. I'm like, I don't want to pass you references. I do a good job, just trust me. But people didn't trust me because I wasn't showing them enough, and I really wasn't coming to the table with confidence enough to get them to show that trust in me. And so now at this point in my business, when I'm dealing with much bigger clients with much bigger budgets and I'm charging 20 times more than I was back then, it's funny because I have enough confidence in these calls or meetings that people don't even ask to see a portfolio. They just, at the end of the meeting, they either say yes or no, and usually, at least hopefully usually, it's a yes, and they already trust me at that point. Coming out of that conversation, they're going to say, man, Peyton knows what he's talking about. He has instilled a lot of confidence in us, so let's just go for this thing. And so a portfolio is going to be more necessary at the start, certainly, but that doesn't mean that you can't piece together a couple of side projects, website recreations, whatever you need to do to kind of start out with a portfolio. And then the only other thing that I would say when it comes to proving your value and your worth as a web designer is don't focus too much on design. Focus on the things that business owners want to see. Focus on the return on investment, how much new traffic they got, how many new sales they got. And while these things may be kind of hard to track, by kind of keeping a beat on how it's going for your current clients and then really putting a focus on the different tasks that are going to move the needle for those clients, it's really going to help you piece together a case study for that client that's going to showcase the real raw results that people can see, right? The things that they're really looking for. And so focus on that when you're building out your portfolio. Now, the next thing that goes hand in hand with that confidence is being a good salesperson. This is one of the most underrated aspects of being a business owner, web designer, agency owner, whatever it is, a freelancer. If you're not a good salesperson, you're probably going to fail. And so I know that there's a lot of you out there that are designers. Chances are you're watching this and you're saying, Peyton, I got into this because I don't want to do sales. I don't want to be salesy or convince people, and I think that my work should speak for itself. And you can go on believing that if you would like, but the cold hard truth is in every business in this world and in your life, it always comes down to sales. Okay, you don't have to be salesy, you don't have to be gimmicky, but you have to be able to confidently sell yourself and sell your services You have to be able to go into these meetings with prospects and confidently show them not just the features, not just the design, but you need to show them the benefits of working with you. What is going to happen to this person's business if they hire you? And if you can confidently sell your services, it's going to make the world of a difference, and you're going to start getting a lot more yeses than nos. So if you have desires to learn more about the sales process and how to sell your web design services, I've got a couple other videos that I'm going to link in this video, but also there are a lot of other places that you can look to kind of build up your confidence and learn about regular sales strategies and tactics. But then so much of it just comes down to your preparation. One thing that I love to do is there's like a list that I've got of all the objections that people give me. Like if somebody is trying to tell me no, or they're coming up with maybe an excuse why they shouldn't work with me, I've got a list of all those, and then I know word for word exactly how I'm going to resolve those. Now, that may sound to you like it's unauthentic, but for me, that is just being prepared, knowing exactly how I can resolve these objections and get people to feel comfortable enough to hire me. So, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to have more videos like this explaining the sales process coming out, and hopefully those will help you get to a level where you're closing a lot of these sales. Now for the last and most important part of you landing new website clients, and this is setting yourself apart. Now, setting yourself apart can be difficult, and it can happen in a number of ways, right? For a lot of people, they set themselves apart with their unique style, or their quick turnaround time, or even their cheap prices. And while I don't recommend setting yourself apart by being the cheapest, it's certainly a way that you can do it. Now, for me, I early on was not charging enough for my web design services, and people weren't valuing my work as just a web designer. And what I quickly realized is it's really hard to make a lot of money if you're just your run-of-the-mill web designer. Now, that phrase run-of-the-mill, I don't know if you've ever heard it, but I love that so much, and I looked up the definition on Google, and the definition of run-of-the-mill means lacking unusual or special aspects, ordinary. And I don't know about you, but the idea of being an ordinary web designer does not sound too appealing. And quite frankly, this isn't going to set you apart. And so what I chose to do is I chose to kind of evolve my business and my expertise and myself away from just being your run-of-the-mill ordinary web designer into a website expert, SEO specialist, marketing guru, whatever it is that you need to do to show people that you are far beyond just a traditional designer, okay? And one thing that I'd like to share with you guys, and in fact, about half of these recent clients that I've landed hired me specifically for my ability to manage a successful website migration and content migration with my SEO team. And so what that means is they weren't just looking for web design services, but they were saying, hey, Peyton, we've got this old website that gets a lot of traffic, but we want to switch that over to a new website built in Webflow, but we're worried about losing traffic. And so the fact that I was really confident in saying, yeah, that's something that we do all the time. Here's what we do. Here's our process. And instilling the confidence in them that we knew exactly how to do this and not lose any traffic. They felt really confident with us, and they went on and they hired us. And in fact, these types of projects are typically at least 3 to 4 times more profitable than a traditional web design project, because you're dealing with things like traffic and sales. And so if you can kind of grow into an expert in one of these fields, it's going to really, really help set you apart. And then you're not competing against a billion other web designers, but maybe competing against 3 or 4 other people that are within your niche, very similar to me, who are Webflow designers that also understand SEO and website and content migrations. And then before you know it, you're going to be the top choice, and a lot of people are going to be recommending you and coming to you because you are in a very unique situation and you have all the skills that they need to execute their project. So I would really encourage you to write out a list of what makes you unique. And if that list seems really bland, you might want to reconsider either adding on some additional services to your business or finding some way to set yourself apart. And in fact, I've got a video right here that I'm going to link that is going to share with you my list of my favorite residual services to add on top of your web design services that are not only going to allow you to charge monthly residual retainers, But again, they're going to increase your expertise and they're going to set you apart. So I really encourage you to click that link, watch that video, and you're going to really quickly be able to evolve your business very much like I did to start making more money and providing more value to your clients. So just to recap, if you want to land more web design clients than you currently are and you want to make more money, do these 5 things. Number 1, create good content to get found. Number 2, give people a reason to trust you and want to work with you. Number 3, get some projects under your belt and build confidence and a reputation that's going to make it easy for people to hire you. Number 4, improve your sales skills and practice by watching some of my other videos and looking for other people that can teach you how to become a master salesman. And number 5, watch the video linked above to add a new skill to your design services that will set you apart and help you make more money each and every month. So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you found any value in this video, please be sure to smash that like button down below. That really helps out the video and it allows me to know if this is the type of content that you're looking for to help you grow as a web designer, as a freelancer, as an agency owner, to make more money, provide more value for your clients, and just live a better life. So thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next video.